Apply function does not work on list. Therefore, we must use lapply function while working with the lists. The letter L in front of apply stands for list. Here is a simple list with two elements in it. If we wanted to calculate the average value for each list element, we could do it individually using min function on each list element. This method is pretty inefficient and makes us repeat our code. And what if we have more than, say, 100 list elements? That would be a pain to type out. So let's try another method. We could create a for loop and save the results in a vector. This method is better because it automates the process, which would be especially useful if our list had a ton of elements. But for loops also take more time to run and construct and still take up quite a bit of space in our code. The last method is using lapply function. Have a look at this code. We could be able to wrap all the steps into a single line of code. With a small background, let's look at lapply function closely. This is lapply function syntax. The first argument is a list and the second argument is a name of a function that you want to use for all the elements in the list. In our example, it is a min function. Please note there is no margin arguments to lapply function. Remember, in case of an apply function, we used margin argument to select the row-wise or column-wise operation. But in case of lapply function, since it is used on a list, it already knows that the function shall be evaluated across all the list elements. Therefore, we don't specify a margin argument. If you are wondering what is margin argument, please have a look at my last video on apply function. You can find the link in the description. Also note important point, the output of lapply function is always a list. Okay, now let's open the RStudio and run the lapply function. Here is a list called plants containing 3 elements that are each vectors with a length of 10. Each element in a list contains different plant attributes such as height, mass, and number of flowers. We used uniform distribution to create a random numbers and used sample function to generate the random integers between 1 and 10. We then use a lapply function to calculate a mean of each list element, and we get a list as an output. Here is another example. This is a list which contains some matrix objects, and we want to check how many matrix objects this list contains. We use lapply function with is.matrix function. It will give us a boolean true or false output for each list element. True means the object is matrix. False means the object is not a matrix. The output of lapply function is always a list. If we want the output in a vector or in a matrix form, we can use sapply function. The sapply function works the same way as lapply function, but instead of returning a list, it will return an answer in the simplest possible format. Let's return to RStudio and run the sapply function. We will use sapply function on the same plant list. You can see that the output is simplified to a vector. You can also check the class of a sapply output. It is a numeric vector. That's the end of the video. Thanks for watching till end. I hope you find this video helpful. In the next video, we will look at yet another function from the apply family, a tapply function. I will see you in the next video.